What ho, chaps, how the devil? It's time once again for your favourite time of the week, the best show on YouTube. Quoting my mother there, it's the BBC Spews. Get in. I'm kidding. My mother's no longer around, but if she was, she would be proud as punch to see a grown man swearing on the internet. As usual, plenty of good stuff for us to get stuck into this week. And when I say good stuff, I do of course mean full-blown communist propaganda via the medium of the world's worst state-funded media organisation. Oh, okay, maybe I was being a bit hasty there. There are worse ones. ISIS have a newsletter, for example. It's a close-run thing. So let's get into this week's appalling slog through the BBC Spews. First up, Dua Lipa. Don't know who she is. I'm getting old. I'm past 40. I have sex twice a month in the missionary position. I don't know who Dua Lipa is. Sucks to be me. But she's horrified at DaBaby's HIV and gay comments. Let's see why. Let's see why. Let me tell you, this fella could only be more ignorant and offensive if he said something like, everybody knows AIDS stands for arse-injected death sentence. Also, strangely muted reaction. Haven't really read much about it. I wonder if it would have been the same if a straight white man happened to say any of it. A cis-het, white, penis-wielding oppressor. Yeah? Probably be a bit of a different reaction. Let's see what he said, shall we? I mean, it can't be that offensive, right? Or else there'd have been a big deal of it. Imagine what they said if that little pasty ginger bastard Ed Sheeran come out with this shit. It says, Dua Lipa said she's surprised and horrified at DaBaby's comments. Yeah, because I'll tell you what, everybody knows black American men that rap. Everybody knows they're like well tolerant, yeah? They're the most progressive, liberal, tolerant people in the world. There must be, because nobody ever complains about them, and it couldn't be anything to do with the bizarre communist fetish for anyone that's got a bit of a tan, right? Surely. I mean, when I was a kid, Snoop Doggy Dogg was at it. Do you remember? Off the top of my head, what did he sing? That one where it's like, a whore ain't nothing but a bitch to me. Like, I mean, perfectly liberal, tolerant, progressive lyrics. I can see the purple head, 4 stone of metal shit bolted through the face, morbidly obese dwarves that make up the fucking radical activist groups. I can see them getting well behind all that. She said we need to come together to fight the stigma and ignorance around HIV and AIDS. Rapper DaBaby has been criticised for comments he made at the festival. He said, Put your cell phone light up, apart from those who are HIV positive or are gay men who have sex in car parks. Apart from you. Can you believe that? Can you imagine if fucking Ozzy Osbourne was on stage and he went, put your cell phones up, boys. And then everyone starts doing it and he's like, whoa, not you, Spunk Bowser. Who gives a fuck about you? Can you imagine? It'd be international headlines for a week. But not much said about DaBaby's ridiculously homophobic, ignorant, savage comments, is there? It's almost like white privilege holds you back a little bit. More on that later. That will be covered more in my next story. He also made the false claim that HIV will make you die in 2 or 3 weeks. Fucking hell. So how come Magic Johnson's still fucking up and about, Mr. Baby? I think we all know in this day and age, with all these gene therapies and revolutionary drugs they've got, basically you can crack on for the rest of your life, right? Otherwise, they fucking cloned Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson's got a particularly healthy twin brother, or DaBaby's an ignorant twat. Make your own mind up. But he can't be ignorant. No, he can't be ignorant. He's a rapper. And we won't have no said bad about them, will we? If Snoop Doggy Dogg can sing about filling people full of holes with an AK-47, slapping birds' arses and pushing lesbians down the stairs, surely we can't criticise Mr. Baby either. Let's go and have a go at Ed Sheeran. I heard he performed a microaggression last week. And obviously Twitter went mental and, posted unfunny memes like they always do. Look, what have we got here? Me skipping past DaBaby's tunes for the rest of it. My sides, Yasmin. My sides. So yeah, nothing to see here. Obviously, Da Baby knows less than fuck all about anything, but I can't criticise him too much, or else I'll be a racist, sexist, homophobe. So, what do? It's like when an immovable object is hit by an unstoppable force. What do you do with these nets they've tied us in? It's like, oh no, there's a black man having a go at a gay man, thwarted by a lesbian. What do we do? I don't know. You've made me this way. Communists. Up is down, left is right. That's the way we've decided we want it. So fuck it. As promised, here's my next pop at the crazy, crazy world we live in, where the people with the most privilege are apparently told constantly that they've got the least. Yeah, this weird fetishisation of victimhood. Look at this, right? Cambridge University, Stormzy and HSBC, the big banks are doing it as well. Fund 30 black students. Whippy fucking do. Look at this. Grime artist Stormzy has pledged to support a further 30 black students studying at Cambridge University. Each will receive 20 grand annual scholarship. Thanks to HSBC and Stormzy's overtly racist charity. If you're selecting people purely for what colour they are, you're a racist, right? Can you imagine if George Michael set up one and said, I'm just going to have, although he's dead. Not a good example. Again, I'm showing my age. Ed Sheeran. Fuck it, there's one. If Ed Sheeran said, I'm setting up a special initiative to just send ginger bastards to university, they would be on him like white on rice. Like ginger on Ed. He'd be done. They'd be like, whoa, no representation. Where's all the adherents of everybody's favourite snack bar? Where's all the brown and black people? They'd go apeshit. But Stormzy's allowed to do it. And let me tell you, I have got no problem with helping people from disadvantaged backgrounds get ahead. They need a hand. The UK is a class society. Poor people have been getting fucked for a century. I'm not having a pop at him for helping people. Fair play to him. But this constant attack on the white working class who make up the majority of this country is what's going to cause massive social unrest moving forward. It's what's going to push people into the arms of the fascists and the white nationalists. Because it's gone beyond all rhyme and reason where the people that need help the most are getting the least. Because I'm obviously going to crunch the numbers for you, right? Stormzy and the big banks are getting together to selectively take people to Cambridge and give them 20 grand a year purely based entirely around their race, right? Is it controversial to say that this programme should be based around need? No? You don't think it should be? You think that those poor disenfranchised relative newcomers to the UK who haven't had 30 generations of tax-paying fucking forebears pitching in for the likes of Cambridge University, you think they need help the most? Allow me to disabuse you of that notion. Yes? From the 22nd of June and off the BBC, so you know it's a good date because this will have came out kicking and screaming. They didn't want to tell anyone about this, but here are the numbers. White working class pupils have been failed by decades of neglect. Decades. Not a day, not a weekend. Fucking decades. Use of the term white privilege is the opposite of the reality. Oh, really? So why are we paying for those privileged chaps to go to university? Let's have a look at the real numbers. Committee Chairman Robert Halfon said it was a major social injustice that so little's been done. Oh yeah, well, it can't be that bad, can it? Can't be that bad. Or else Stormzy and the big banks wouldn't be using their ample resources to pay for the people that have got a tan, would they? Surely it can't be that bad. Oh look, at GCSE, 18% of white British pupils on free meals achieved grade 5 in English and maths, compared with 23% for the average pupils on free meals. Weird. So they're literally doing the worst in the entire country at GCSE. Weird. Weird how they're getting the least help then, isn't it? What's this? 16% of white British pupils on free meals get places, compared with 59% of black African pupils on free meals, 59% of Bangladeshis, and 32% of black Caribbean pupils. You are reading that right, ladies and gents. So if you're on free school meals in Britain, you're fucked. If you're a white guy. 16%. And that number's actually worse, because I can remember reading this in full. It's actually worse than that for men. That's just white British. For girls, they're including women there. For lads, it's less than 10%. think it's something like 7, right? 16% of white British pupils on free meals get to go to uni, compared to 59% of black Africans. More than half of them, more than half on free meals get to go to university. Same as Bangladeshis, and a little under half for black Caribbean pupils. But fucking every one of them is far and away killing it compared to those privileged council estate walling, pasty, hopeless, piss-soaked mattress, rat-infested floorboards, fridge full of fucking microchips, white British pupils on free school meals. Poor bastards. Why are poor white pupils falling behind? Because they're getting fucked by everybody. Fucked by the rich, fucked by the middle class, fucked by ethnic minorities, fucked by the government. If poor white pupils as an entire class was an arsehole, it would resemble the top end of a Wellington boot. It would look like a gutted fireplace. They have been rogered senseless for decades and nobody gives a rat's ass. What are we doing about it? The big banks and the famous millionaire people are throwing money at anyone that happens to have a tan, not based around how much money they've got, not based around how much chance they've got of getting a higher education, purely based around the fact that they look a bit like them. That's progressive, isn't it? That's tolerant. That's liberal. You fucking psychopaths. Stormzy, you are now my enemy. I'm white working class from a shithole town, Middlesbrough. Nothing's ever been given to me. I've had to claw it from the fucking earth like my peasant, ride a pig to school, tilling the field while sucking the land baron off, dirty peasant forebears. I've had nothing given to me. My family have been rogered for generations, and we're now throwing money at people that need help the least, because 60% of them go to university and 19% of people that look like me go to university. But it's totally fine for Stormzy, the big banks, the BBC, the mainstream media, the Silicon Valley, the fucking government, everybody to keep on taking and throwing at people that don't need any fucking help at all. Cheers easy. What a load of shit. If that doesn't make you angry, it should do. And the second question you have to ask yourself is this. Are we heading in the right direction to stop people getting radicalised and joining extremist groups? Unfairness does that, and I would suggest this doesn't look very fucking fair to me. Nobody cares about the Olympics, but I better cover it anyway. Simone Biles reacts to support for withdrawal from team in all-round finals. Well, we knew she was going to get treated with kid gloves, didn't she? Didn't we? We know why. I don't need to talk about it anymore. Because identity politics rules the roost. Having a pair of threepenny bits puts you up there. Having a pair of tan threepenny bits puts you up there. All she needs to do now is do a bit of scissoring with one of the other girls on the team, and basically it'll make her king of the fucking world. King of the world, ma! That's all you need. Just be the right fucking categories. Biles, who is a sexual assault, of course she is. Of course, everyone is now, aren't you? Anyone who looks at you funny, a survivor. What was that? Whistled? Yeah, but I was whistling Peter and the Wolf. No, that's, yeah, oh, wolf. So it was a wolf whistle. What? You're a rapist. You're a rapist. Yeah, okay, so we all are. So, I mean, no point putting that in anymore now, is it? It's 2021. Everyone's a sexual assault survivor, right? There's no point talking about it. Everyone's a racist and everyone's a homophobe. So fuck it, we're all sexual assault survivors as well. These terms are meaningless now, right? We all are. Everyone's sucking her off, yeah? Or noshing her piss flaps, I suppose I should say. Yeah, they're all at it. Yeah, she's amazing. Paul Pogba, yeah, there's a moral fella. Oh yeah, she's amazing. A moment of undeniable strength. Justin Bieber, oh yeah, she's fucking amazing. Basically, as we all know, ladies and gents, those tasteful people that watch the Angry Bootneck, we've fetishised mental health problems. Everybody wants one now. We have fetishised weakness and stupidity, and here we are. Everyone's, oh, she's amazing, yeah, greatest ever. Well, you're not the greatest ever if you don't win fuck all, are you, Joe? I mean, I know Joe, covered in piss, shits himself in his briefings, hasn't got a clue where he is, but Joe, if you're not winning anything, you're not the greatest of all time. She fucking lost. She didn't get a medal. She fucked up and then she quit. What actually happened is this. She fucked up, didn't perform as well as she thought she was going to do, and then quit, because she's a quitter. We don't encourage people to be winners. We encourage people to be losers. We fetishise mental health problems. We fetishise being weak. Now, fair, hey, I'm sure Simone Biles could kick my ass in a vaulting competition. Not in a fight though, I am definitely confident I would knack the short-arsed little bastard. But she could definitely beat me in a vaulting competition. I'm not saying she's shit at gymnasts. I'm saying if, and it seems unlikely, she has had mental health issues and it's not simply a response to spitting a dummy out because she didn't get the gold, we still shouldn't be fetishising it. We should do what we always do. What I've always said we should do. Same as with fat people. You don't say, listen fatty, go on a diet or get in the sea. No, I'm not saying that. You say to them, of course you matter. Of course you're valuable. Of course you're important. Your size doesn't define you. But if you can, you should lose some weight. Here's some steps to take. Why don't you try and get a bit of exercise? That's what we need to go back to. And if Simone Biles needs help, give her the help. But please, the most privileged people in society, once again, multi-millionaire, world famous, endless praise for quitting. For quitting. Winners never quit and quitters never win. Has that just vanished now? We don't say that anymore. It's hateful to want to encourage people to have a bit of fucking mental strength. Okay then, fuck it. Simone, you go, girlfriend. Wrap your tits in. Eat a few bags of Cheetos and sit on your fat ass until you're 450 pounds and you need winching out of your house by the fire department. And only then can we say, you have succeeded in life, girlfriend. Greatest of all time. Ass like the back end of a double-decker bus. Greatest of all time. Get in. What a load of shite. I've got time for one more. Let's do this one. Now, I know this is a controversial subject. Being a Borough fan, I've got a lot of time for the Scousers. Yeah. We can smell our own foul-smelling northern fucking professional victims. We can smell our own. So I've got a bit of time for the Borough, specifically that, not really the Angry Bootneck. The Borough and the Borough fans have a lot of time for the Scousers and the Scouse fans because Hillsborough was shocking and the southern media stitched them up and said it was all their own fault and it wasn't. However, should this be classified as a stadium disaster death when you die 32 years after the incident? Not judging, I'm just asking the question. Are we not politicising this a little bit too much now? It says a Liverpool fan who suffered life-changing injuries has died. Andrew Devine, 55, died on Tuesday. Our devastation is overwhelming, but at least we had him for 32 years. Right, so listen. If I was to drink 14 pints of lager, shit myself and spend the weekend in a wheelie bin, not a strange one for me, that's happened on several occasions. When you're from Borough, sometimes it's tempting to spend the evening in a wheelie bin rather than returning to the ramshackle hovel that you live in. However, if I was to do it this weekend, and then 32 years later, I was to die of liver cancer, would it be reasonable to say, oh, fucking hell, that drinking session back in 2021, that's what did him in, the cunt? Although I suppose if you can get twatted by a bus 28 days after a COVID test and be found as having died of coronavirus, I guess you can do 32 years after being seriously fucked up. So maybe it makes sense in the crazy, crazy world that we call now. Anyway, ladies and gents, I'm in a rush, so I'm buggering off. This will be the last BBC Spews before I'm stateside. Unless I get the chance to maybe edit one on like Thursday or Friday next week. We'll see. So there's going to be a slight delay in videos maybe starting next week because I am fleeing. Europe is lost. Europe is lost. I think the United States, where everyone is heavily armed and bad-tempered, is probably my best option for not ending up in the salt mine. So I'm off. If there's a couple of weeks delay, please bear with me. I will be making more content as soon as I arrive back in the USA. Until then, don't forget to like it, share it, and send it with any arseholes who are in need of a good red pilling. Humour is the only way forward, ladies and gents. It's that or go mental, and we don't want that, do we? So keep your collective chins up, stay tuned to the Angry Bootneck, and I will see you all very soon. Cheers!